Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new transfer talk, transfer gossip, transfer confirmation video where I will be talking about the Premier League transfer gossip and confirmations that's happened in the first week of the transfer window opening this January. So I'm going to start off with Liverpool just because they've been one of the more busier clubs this week in the Premier League with transfers. Starting off with the deal that happened a few days before the transfer window opened, which was the £75 million deal for the defender, the Southampton player, Virgil van Dijk. £75 million is a ridiculous amount of money for a defender or for a player in general. He did score on his debut, but is that worth £75 million? We will see with his Liverpool career how he becomes a legend or a waste of money. He's a good player, but I wouldn't class him as a £75 million defender, not at all. But it seems that Liverpool have the money to spend on whoever they want due to the player that wants to leave, Coutinho, who I found out late Saturday, so about 4 or 5 hours ago, because I'm recording this video at 2:30 in the morning. It's actually 2:24 in the morning. That Coutinho has confirmed a deal to Barcelona for £146 million, maybe a couple of mil off, but that's what I read on the Sky Sports app. And they are already looking at replacing Coutinho with the Leicester player Mahrez for what the papers are saying will be a £49 million deal. Again, I think that's a ridiculous amount of money for a player that does not want to play for Leicester. He has not played that well all season. The second the transfer window opens, he starts playing fantastically. Another player that could be leaving Liverpool is Khan, the centre defensive midfielder who can play defence or in midfield. Has 6 months left of his contract, and Juventus have shown a huge amount of interest. They've offered him a 5-year contract for £85,000 a week. And when you look at the players that Juventus have bought in the past on free transfers, semi-recently it's been Dani Alves from Barcelona. You've got Khedira, the midfielder from Real Madrid, went on a free. Pogba left Man United in his youth, came back in an £89 million deal. How much profit can Juventus make on that one? They even signed Pirlo on a free after, I think it was AC Milan thought he was past his best. And honestly, some of his best performances were for Juventus in my eyes. So I can see Khan going to Juventus. Why would you not? They will win the league every year. So he will win medals. He won't be doing that at Liverpool. I mean, they've got a good squad, but they're not going to win the Premier League every year. Let's have a look at Chelsea's transfer talks at the moment. They've just signed Ross Barkley from Everton in a £15 million deal. This is a player that could have signed for Chelsea for £35 million in the summer, and something went wrong and he stayed at Everton. A couple months have passed since the transfer window closed, and Chelsea have managed to save £20 million. What a bargain. To the point that the Liverpool mayor, who is a huge Everton fan, has kicked off to the FA complaining about Everton being robbed, which I think is a fantastic read. It makes me laugh thinking that the mayor of Liverpool can intervene with the Football League. I mean, it's a deal that Everton dealt with Chelsea. If the transfer didn't happen, he would have left when his contract ran out in the summer. Another player that has been rumoured to go to Chelsea is Andy Carroll from West Ham. Now, I can't see him playing regularly, but he will probably be a bench player if he does join Chelsea. But can I see it happening? Not really. I can't really see Chelsea risking spending a huge amount of money on a injury-prone player, although they have just signed Barkley, who has been injured for most of this season. If the money is there for Carroll to move to Chelsea, then I can see him wanting the extra money, but to sit around doing nothing each week might bore him. he's got more chance of playing regularly at West Ham. Looking at London rivals Arsenal, they have apparently put in a £20 to £30 million offer in for Johnny Evans, the former Man United centre defender who is currently at West Brom. There's also rumours of Debuchy, the right back from Arsenal, heading to West Brom, maybe in the deal or as a separate transfer deal overall. Arsenal have had interest shown in Theo Walcott, between Southampton, Newcastle and Everton all showing interest. Arsenal has slapped a £30 million transfer tag on Walcott, which I think is slightly too high. I'd say that he's a £20-25 million player. He's not played, I don't think he's played much Premier League time this season, so he's not a regular choice for Arsenal this season. Moving on to West Ham, West Ham Man City goalkeeper Joe Hart, not being played at West Ham at the moment, could be going to Newcastle on loan until the end of the season. And West Ham are looking at signing a free agent who used to play for QPR, used to play for Liverpool on loan, used to play for Tottenham. I am obviously talking about Stephen Coulter, who I had high hopes for when I first saw him play for Tottenham years ago. So moving on to a Tottenham player, Harry Kane, heavily linked with a move to Real Madrid. According to the papers, yet again, more gossip, more rumours, more possible lies. Manchester United are looking at hijacking the Real Madrid deal for Harry Kane, which would be nice to see him stay in the Premier League, trying to beat the Alan Shearer Premier League all-time record. But I can also understand if he wants to join Real Madrid, because they are one of the biggest teams in the league that are looking at winning the European trophy every season. Newcastle, new owners, possibly new money being used for new transfers. That's a really weird way of saying that, but Newcastle have been linked with a move for Danny Ings and Kennedy, the player that plays for Chelsea. I'm not sure if they're both loans or if they're both actual transfers, but it'll be interesting to see Newcastle add some actual talent into their squad. And the last bit of gossip I've got for today's video is Man City willing to pay £35 million this transfer window so PSG do not sign Alexis Sanchez from Arsenal. Will Arsenal accept a £35 million deal from City? Will they hope that Alexis signs a new contract before the end of the season, or are they willing to let him go on a free at the end of the season to whatever club wants him? It'd be interesting to see where he is at the end of this transfer window, to be honest. There's 23 days left, 24 days left of the window. Will he still be at Arsenal at the end of it? Who knows? I'm looking forward to this transfer window, with Liverpool having ins and out transfers of about 200 million. Who knows what will happen? Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video or any of my other content, please hit that like button, sub to me if you are new, and please leave some feedback below.